A very good evening. I'm William Evans and this is RwandaTV News, but first the headlines. Rwanda's tourism sector is optimistic about meeting the $700 million revenue target for 2025. While the Secretary General of Morocco's African Islamic Scholars Organization lauded Rwanda for promoting peaceful coexistence and strong values during an international conference on Islamic values in Africa. On the international scene, Ukraine is proposing a new round of ceasefire negotiations with Russia, with President Zelensky offering to meet Putin face-to-face despite little progress in the previous discussions. I am William Evans Mtawazi, and this is the news in details. Stakeholders in Rwanda's tourism sector are optimistic that the country will reach its target of generating $700 million in revenue from tourism in 2025. This optimism is driven by the growing number of tourism-related activities which encourage visitors to stay longer in the country, further boosted by Rwanda's overall safety and security. We do have details. $100 million goal for 2025 is part of a broader ambition to reach $1.1 billion in annual tourism revenue by 2029. To achieve this target, high-quality service delivery is crucial. Sector actors acknowledge existing challenges, but say improvements are already underway and visitor numbers are on the rise.
We as a Hilltop Hotel, we encountered it in the last 2 years, but from that we put together efforts with the management and the ownership to enhance into training of our employees, but also we have partnership with many institutions such as RwandaTV board, whereby we got new employees. We're trained by RwandaTV, but also we are conducting those training internally. Also, we after the training, we do evaluation of our employees.
Just a few days ago, we welcomed a team that came in for the conference that was ongoing in Kigali, and we still have people that are coming in. As we speak of today, I have people who are checking out and who are checking in. The same as tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, I have bookings coming in, and some of these bookings didn't even book before. So it means that there are those who are doing last-minute bookings. There are those who are making plans to travel with their families, still coming to Rwanda.
Edson Habineza, the head of the Chamber of Tourism within the Rwanda Private Sector Federation, emphasized that improving service delivery is a top priority. He says they're encouraging investors to not only invest in the infrastructure, but also building the skills of the workforce.
We are going to increase or to improve the capacity of service delivery in Rwanda and reach, why not be the first in the world. So this is our mentality. We don't think that we are going to be enveloped by the challenges, but we are building on the challenges so that we can step forward and reach the goal that we've set. We've got new products that are coming in Rwanda that are in pipeline, such as a Rwanda Stopover project that is coming very soon. It will be launched very soon, as well as the parks around Kigali that are being developed, eco parks. So going with the sustainability as well as expanding the tourism business models in Rwanda.
Tourists visiting Rwanda say they always feel safe while in the country and affirm that there is no need for any nation to worry about its citizens traveling to Rwanda.
Life outside of Kigali is completely different from the life of the city. You see a lot of different people and way of culture, and it's really beautiful to go around. I always feel safe. I never had some problem, neither in night. I almost never have some fear. So it's probably one of the best one to come to Africa to just travel alone by yourself.
The guides in those parks are really, really helpful. They know a lot about the animals, the plants. They'll even help you, like when I climbed Mount Bisoke, they just took me by the hand and led me up the mountain when I was having problems with the altitude. And they'll seek out the the most interesting activities for you so that you can see all the animals that you want to see. So, yeah, thanks to all those guides in the national parks.
I want to see more of the center of the city of Kigali, to see more of the activities of the people, their day-to-day life. It is my first time in the country as well. So far I've been really pleasantly surprised, how organized things are, how clean it is. It's very noticeable and unique. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Edson Habineza also assures that all tourism destinations in Rwanda are secure and safe for visitors.
I'm fully 100% telling you that we don't have any problem relating to the security, because Rwanda is a security country. We are seeing increasing numbers in tourism industry and hospitality. Among those tourists who came to visit Rwanda, there is no single claim that have been released by those tourists saying that there is a problem that they met in our parks, especially in Nyungwe Park, in Akagera Park, in Virunga. There is nothing. So these are baseless information. So I'm assuring foreign tourists as well as local tourists to continue increasing the numbers of visiting our country. As I said, our country is being sold as a high-end destination in Africa and all over the world.
In 2024, Rwanda received 1.3 million tourists from all over the world. The tourism and hospitality sector generated $647 million in revenue, an increase of 4.3% compared to 2023. Now, for nearly 2 years, members of two milk collection cooperatives in Gicumbi district have struggled with non-functional solar-powered milk cooling equipment. Despite promises made under the Green Gicumbi project, which aimed to promote renewable energy, the solar systems failed just 2 weeks after installation, forcing cooperatives Kama Shangasha and Koramworozi to rely on costly electricity. These cooperatives, along with good neighbor Rubaya, another group supported by the project, also received solar panels to power their maize and bean processing machines. However, like the milk cooling systems, the solar panels were ineffective. While good neighbor Rubaya was able to replace the faulty panels with functioning ones, the initial losses are still being recouped. The issue has raised concerns among members of the Parliamentary Committee overseeing national assets and financing, citing significant losses to both the government and the cooperatives. Teddy Mugabo, CEO of the Rwanda Green Fund, confirmed that the contractor responsible for the faulty equipment failed to meet the required standards, leading to a successful legal action against him. The Green Gicumbi project, which had a budget of 32 billion Rwandan francs, was designed to boost environmental protection and improve livelihoods in Gicumbi district through sustainable energy solutions. Now, the Secretary General of the organization established by King Mohammed VI of Morocco for African Islamic scholars said that Rwanda should serve as a model for other countries in promoting peaceful coexistence and upholding strong values. And he made these remarks as Rwanda hosted the international conference aimed at exploring the role and importance of Islamic values for the people of the African continent. We do have details. Participants at the conference, mainly Rwandans and people from Morocco, discussed the values promoted by Islam and how those values contribute to fostering peace in Africa. The Mufti of Rwanda, Sheikh Sinda Igaya Musa, noted that these values are not limited to religion alone. Our theme demonstrates how Islamic values go beyond just faith and religion to being a lifestyle and have a role in building a good and responsible citizen. Those attending the conference agreed that a person who is deeply grounded in true values cannot engage in action that disturb peace.
When I link Islamic values with extremism, surely when a Muslim do practice Islamic values as we were taught by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he or she cannot be found in terrorism things, in being extremists, that Islam teaches us to live with other people regardless of their religion, regardless of their understandings. We are supposed to live with all other people in a peaceful way.
Once we consider the values of Islam, we see that Islam itself is a religion for peace. And Muslims are the ones to preach what peace is and ambition before Allah. So killing is against humanity. That is really against the human rights.
The Deputy Speaker of Rwanda's Chamber of Deputies, Sheikh Musa Faisal Harerimana, spoke about the unity among Rwandans that led to the country's liberation, highlighting that unity is a key Islamic value.
Urugamba rwo kubohora igihugu ruharanira ubumwe bw'abenegihugu.
The liberation struggle, which fought for the unity of all Rwandans, is also an Islamic value because it emphasizes peace and unity of all Rwandans in having good leadership focused on solving citizen problems, so they can live good lives, security, infrastructure, national leadership through honesty, and one that honors all citizens.
Imitegekere y'igihugu iciye mu mucyo kandi ihesha agaciro umuturage.
The Secretary General of the Muhammad VI Foundation for African Islamic Scholars, Si Mohamed Rafiq, stated that Rwanda should be a reference point for other countries due to the peace and unity it enjoys. Your nation, Rwanda, was able to move past its dark past and its history and built a future founded in moral values, uniting all Rwandans in reconciliation, dialogue, and peaceful coexistence. All these have contributed to Rwanda's exemplary leadership and security in many parts of the world. Since 2017, the Muhammad VI Foundation has been collaborating with the Muslim community in Rwanda through educational programs, research, and the promotion of values that support building of sustainable peace. Banana farmers across several districts in Rwanda's southern province are facing significant challenges due to the lack of market for their processed bananas products, leading to rotting harvest and financial losses. In Musanje sector, Nyamagabe district, some farmers are struggling to sell their ripened bananas, while others have unsold stock at home. The market shortage is most evident in Gisagara district, where farmers report the closure of Gabi factory, their main buyer. This disruption has slowed development in banana farming across the region. Local officials, including Jean-Paul Habineza, Gisagara's vice mayor for economic development, and Third Habimana, his counterpart in Nyamagabe district, are working to find alternative markets for the farmers' produce. Bananas are a major crop in districts like Gisagara, Kamonyi, Nyamagabe, Huye, and Ruhango, where processed banana plantations cover over 10,000 hectares, making the market issue a critical concern. Now, livestock farmers in Nyagatare district are urging authorities to provide electricity, citing the high cost of fuel to run fodder processing machines. The farmers, who are adopting progressive practices to raise high milk yield cattle, say that without power, their machines remain unused, hindering milk production. As part of a district campaign to empower dairy farmers, around 1,000 farmers have already been surveyed for electrification. Bonet Nyonghuru, head of Nyagatare's National Electricity Rollout Agency, confirmed an 18-month project to extend electricity to 16,000 households, focusing on livestock farmers to help power fodder choppers and mixers, which will increase milk yields. Still in Nyagatare district, residents of Nyagatare district are expressing satisfaction with the government's initiative to reduce fuel costs and protect environment through the provision of gas cylinders and improved cooking stoves. The 60% government subsidy has made these technologies affordable for low-income households, replacing use of costly firewood and charcoal. To date, 1,500 households in Nyagatare have received 12-kilogram gas cylinders and 2 improved stoves each. The initiative, in partnership with B-Box, aims to conserve forests and mitigate climate change With over 90,000 households already benefiting from the program, the district plans to distribute 170,000 additional stoves to ensure wide adoption, as emphasized by Deputy District Mayor Gonzaga Matiko. Awareness campaigns continue to encourage all residents to switch to these eco-friendly solutions.
During life's moments, laying hoops, giving away, making moves, breakfast with family. Inyanje is always there. Whenever the occasion, whatever the moment, always ask for Inyanje.
Nyiri muto arababwiraga data bati ntabwo wagira umukamo mwinshi utunze inka imwe, ariko nigeze acika intege. Mama akinjira mu bucuruzi hari abamubwiraga bati ntabwo watera imbere udakorera mu iduka rigezweho, ariko ntibyamusubije inyuma, yakoranaga umwete. Njya muri kaminuza hari abanshidikanyagaho bavuga ko nashobora kaminuza naturuka mu muryango wifashisha, ariko byaragiye nanditse amateka mashya. Igihe cyo gutera ishema umuryango wanjye kigeze, bamwe bakomeje kumbwira bati ntabwo watera umuryango wawe ibyishimo n'ishema, ariko narabishoboye. Hari abakekaga ko nasigira umurage ukomeye abankomokaho, ariko ubu mfite uruganda rutunganya amata. Banki ya Kigali yabaye umufatanyabikorwa wanjye mu rugendo rwose, inzozi zanjye ziba impamo. Bigereho.
Welcome back from that very short break. On the international scene, Ukraine is proposing a new round of ceasefire negotiations with Russia, with President Zelensky offering to meet Putin face-to-face, despite little progress in the previous discussions. DW News has the details.
Another day, another wave of fierce Russian attacks on Ukraine. Early on Saturday, drones were unleashed on the Black Sea port of Odessa. And Pavlograd, a city in eastern Ukraine, suffered its biggest ever strike, enduring a 6-hour bombardment. The attacks followed a week of relative quiet, while President Trump's special envoy to Ukraine, General Keith Kellogg, was in Kiev. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is now urging Russia to return to ceasefire talks in the coming days.
A greater effort must be made toward negotiations. Everything must be done to achieve a ceasefire. The Russian side must stop avoiding decisions. Prisoners must be exchanged, children returned, and killings stopped. A meeting at the level of national leaders is needed to truly ensure peace, lasting peace.
Zelensky's proposals come just days after President Trump gave Moscow a 50-day ultimatum to agree to a ceasefire.
I want to stop the killing. I want the killing to stop in the Ukraine-Russia war. That's the side I'm on. Well, we're going to see what happens with President Putin. So far, I've been very disappointed with President Putin. I've solved a lot of wars in the last 3 months, but I haven't gotten this one yet.
Until that happens, Trump has promised Ukraine more weapons to continue the fight.
To more news, in a high-profile prisoner swap, hundreds of alleged Venezuelan gang members are sent home while 10 Americans held in Venezuela are released, with Washington and Caracas negotiating the exchange. DW News continues.
Deported from the United States and imprisoned in El Salvador, these Venezuelans are now back in their homeland. They were caught up in the Trump administration's immigration crackdown and spent several months in a maximum security Salvadorian jail, accused of being gang members. Venezuela's president celebrated the arrival of his citizens.
The first plane has just landed, with the 252 Venezuelans rescued and freed from Nayib Bukele's concentration and torture camps in El Salvador. There come our Venezuelan boys, who were kidnapped, disappeared, tortured, and after 125 days, we rescued them. Freedom, freedom, freedom.
Libertad, libertad, libertad.
In exchange, Venezuela released 10 Americans. Here they are, being received by the Salvadorian president, who first proposed the swap months ago.
We've been in these negotiations trying to set you, all of you, free, but also 80 political prisoners from Venezuela. So over there, we secured the release of 80 political prisoners and all American citizens that were also held prisoners too.
The complex prisoner swap bolsters Bukele's image as one of Trump's closest allies in the region.
At report, we come to the end of our bulletin tonight. My name is William Evans. Have yourselves a good night and a blessed weekend. Goodbye and good luck.